What's going on, YouTube? This is Marvel DC Bros, and today we're coming at you with our Flash Season 2, Episode 5 review.
So, just like every week, we're going to give our top five moments from Tuesday's episode of The Flash, starting with.
Uh, Dr. Wells, just, I guess, him as a whole. I mean, he is so funny. Like, he stole every single scene that he was in, and just the way that he was, like, screaming things, and how he called Cisco Crisco. Whenever he was like, we're batting 1,000 with these guys, he's like, batting 1,000, Crisco? What do you mean? I seriously died laughing. I watched that scene like 5 times, and then how he just kept looking at Jay and would go, wrong! That was just, I freaking love Tom Cavanaugh in this role.
This role was perfect for Tom. I mean, he was so great. He was so snarky and funny. Like, Wells was always, he was kind of like a smartass, but he wasn't as big of a smartass as he is now. Now he thinks he knows everything, he runs everything, he's just the best of the best, and I really liked it. Thumbs up. It was freaking hysterical, and I can't wait for him to be more a part of it and just hilarious Harrison Wells. So our second moment from the episode is Harrison Wells and Jay Garrick's little history together. So they're both from Earth 2, and they seem to have like a feud. Not as like Barry and Harrison did in like last season, but I mean, I guess toward the end they had a feud. But this was just like really cool to see how they were kind of enemies, and even though it was a different Earth, he was still uh, responsible for the particle accelerator, and he's still the same twisted man that they know. And I just thought that was cool. They tied it in. And we got to see like a little flashback of them and how Jay being the Flash. I really liked it.
Yeah, I also liked it. And their little like fight that they had, kind of like at the very beginning, was freaking hilarious. How I couldn't even imagine Doctor Wells fighting, and then you see him, and when Barry separates him, he's got his fist drawn back, and he's just like staring at him like nothing just happened. But I liked how they gave them a feud because, like he said, even though it's different Earths, you still saw that there's a tiff between Doctor Wells and the Flash. So our third moment from the episode is Caitlin and Jay's, I guess, relationship. You would say, um, kind of a moment from like the beginning of sort of the beginning of the episode was when Caitlin went to get Jay Garrick. Like she knows where he lives, and no one else on the team really did. So I mean, that was like kind of a glimpse of like there's something there. And then they were in the van and they almost kissed each other. So there's definitely a relationship blooming with them, and I really like the idea of them two together.
Um, this scene I have mixed feelings about. I mean, she just. I know it's been like 6 months, but I just think she's moving on awfully quick. I think they have great chemistry, and I kind of, in hindsight, I kind of like them together. Like if you take away her being married to Ronnie and everything, but I just don't like how. I don't know. I just feel like she's kind of like cheating, and they just kind of like made her move on too quickly. I don't know. It just I have mixed feelings about it, but it was all right for me. So our fourth moment from the episode was Barry and Patty's date. I like the two together. People say they're awkward, and they are, and I love Barry and Iris together, but this is a long series, and they're going to need to explore other people. I mean, like Barry said, she's not Iris. She's just kind of filler, and I kind of feel bad for Patty because she's kind of filler for him. He's just exploring other people because it's obviously end game that he's going to be with Iris. So I just think it's I don't know. It's kind of twisted how they do it, but I mean, I don't really have a problem with them. I like Patty a lot. I think she's really funny and really awkward and talks a lot, and I think they're a good pair, but definitely not my favorite relationship of Barry's.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad for Patty, but I think this is gonna be like a longer relationship. Like we all know it's not going to last, but I feel like Barry and Patty will date for a pretty decent amount of time. But I really liked their date. How like Cisco was helping him through everything, and how like Cisco started to scream or whatever when Barry's putting the glasses away, and then he was like making fun of them the whole time. But I also really like how awkward they are together. Like whenever Barry was like, the dress should thank, or the color should thank you for wearing it tonight or whatever. Like, who says that? But I mean, like when Barry said it, it made sense. So I like them together, even though they're not, like, I know they're not in game, but I still like the relationship that's developing between them. So, our fifth moment from the episode is like seeing Zoom at the end of the episode and kind of like their plan to lure Zoom back to Earth 1. So we see why Dr. Wells kind of came to, see Barry, because he knows that he's the only one that can beat him, and Zoom has his daughter. So I kind of feel like Dr. Wells is there. He has an ulterior motive for being there, like now that we saw what we did at the end of the episode. And seeing Zoom for the first time, like seeing him talk more than one sentence was like really cool. And then the whole plan that they have, that they're going to use the Earth 1 Linda Park to lure Zoom from Earth 2. I can't wait to see how it happens next week, because I think Barry and Zoom are going to face off for the first time next week.
Yeah, I'm excited to finally see Zoom in action. He seems very menacing and evil, and much like Harrison Wells was season 1, or Eobard, I guess. I'm really excited to like explore him more, see more of him, and Barry and him to have their little face-off. We're actually going to do a theory on who you think is playing Zoom, because it's not, no one knows yet, right?
Correct.
So I think we're going to do a theory of who we think it might be. So overall, I thought this episode was pretty slow. Wasn't the best episode, but Harrison Wells, or Tom Cavanaugh, he stole the show for sure. He was hilarious. A quadrillion thumbs up from him. So he made the episode enjoyable and worth watching for me.
Yeah, I also really enjoyed the episode. I'm gonna give it an A plus, just because of like Harrison Wells and all the stuff that he did, and then seeing Zoom at the end of the episode was like the cherry on top. Oh wait, I keep forgetting that it's my turn now. So we'd like to thank you guys for watching.
Acting seriously to one another.
Hit the like button on this video down below. Comment on what you guys thought of the episode, and subscribe for more videos. This has been Marvel DC Bros, signing out.